Hi friends, VVSM Academy is started coaching classes for aspirants and students both in Kannada and English media, examination question papers and answers, classes for competitive examinations like IAS, IPS, ICS, IES, IRS, CSDA, AFDA, etc. starts from 1st March 2021 for the academic classes by Veerabhadraya Demaya 9663828848 Bangalore, often camp at Gopanahalli, Chalakada, Chitradurga district. Well friends, our academy is a school of arts and science, a mission with a vision. Come, let us learn something. These things are very important for the competitive examinations, which are the fundamental concepts of our studies today. Atomic models. You know, the study of atom and its structure. Atoms and molecules are the fundamental building blocks of matter. The existence of different kinds of matter is due to the different atoms constituting them. Now the question arises, what makes the atom of one element different from the atom of another element? And are atoms really indivisible? As proposed by Dalton, the great scientist, in 1803. John Dalton has given, and his contribution is immemorable, time immemorable. Well friends, a major challenge before the scientists at the end of the 19th century was to reveal the structure of the atom as well as to explain its important properties. The elucidation of the structures of atoms is based on a series of experiments done by John Dalton in 1803, Sir J. Thomson in 1904, Ernest Rutherford in 1911, Niels Bohr 1913, 1926 Erwin Schrodinger, and again Goldstein and James Chadwick. These are the important scientists who contributed to the atomic models of the atom and its structure. One of the first indications that atoms are not indivisible comes from studying the static electricity and the condition under which electricity is conducted by different substances. So, my dear friends, many scientists contributed in revealing the presence of charged particles in an atom. It was known by 1900, that is 1900, that the atom was not a simple, indivisible particle but contained at least one subatomic particle, the electron identified by Sir J. Thomson. As I told you, the contributions of these scientists. For your kind information, my dear friends, Goldstein in 1886 discovered the presence of new radiations in a gas discharge and called them cannon rays. These rays are positively charged radiations. And in general, an electron is represented by e to the power of minus and proton p, and so James Chadwick discovered a neutron, and so on and so forth. Well friends, John Dalton in 1803 tells about the existence of an atom, and its postulates are very famous. Sir J. Thomson in 1904 and Ernest Rutherford in 1911 and 1913 it was Niels Bohr given his own contribution to the study of atomic structure, wave mechanics, These are the very important studies for the competitive examinations. Wave mechanics, wave functions. This is how de Broglie equation, etc. we come across. John Dalton in 1893, atoms are tiny, hard spheres that cannot be split up. Sir J.J. Thomson, 1897, electrons are distributed inside a positive mass like rising in a plum pudding. In 1909, Ernest Rutherford, most of the atom's mass is inside the nucleus. Electrons circle this nucleus. Most of the atom is empty space. These are the ideas about the atomic models given by John Dalton, J.J. Thomson, and Rutherford. Famous atomic models of the associated scientists, what we have discussed just now: John Dalton, 6th September 1766 to 27th of July 1844. John Dalton is known for atomic theory, law of multiple proportions, Dalton's law of partial pressures, and Daltonism. This is very important concept for the competitive examinations as well. Dalton's atomic theory proposed that all matter was composed of atoms, individual and indestructible building blocks, while all atoms of element were identical. Different elements had atoms of differing size and mass. Dalton's atomic theory also stated that all compounds were composed of combinations of these atoms in defined ratios. The main points of the Dalton's atomic theory are: everything is composed of atoms which are indivisible building blocks of matter and cannot be destroyed. All atoms of the element are identical. The atoms of different elements vary in size and mass. Compounds are produced through different whole number combinations of atoms. In addition to the discovery of subatomic particles, I have shown that atoms can be divided into smaller particles. However, Dalton's importance in the development of modern atomic theory has been recognized by designation of the atomic mass unit as Dalton. This is the Dalton's model, my dear friend, the solid sphere model. For bowling ball model, the English chemist John Dalton suggested that all matter is made up of atoms which are indivisible and indestructible. He also stated that all the atoms of element were exactly the same, but the atoms of different elements are different in size and mass, proposed by John Dalton. Well, friends, this is great scientist John Dalton. His English chemist John Dalton suggested that all matter is made up of atoms. Chemical reactions, according to Dalton's atomic theory, involve the rearrangement of atoms to form products. According to the postulates proposed by Dalton, the atomic structure comprised atoms, the smallest particle responsible for the chemical reactions to occur. Well, friends, these are the very important concepts. According to the postulates proposed by John Dalton, the atomic structure comprised atoms, the smallest particle responsible for the chemical reactions to occur, as we have discussed. The following are the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Every matter is made up of atoms. Any matter in the universe exists in the form of, or it is made up of, atoms. Atoms are indivisible. Specific elements have only one type of atoms in them. Each atom has its own constant mass that varies from element to element. Atoms undergo rearrangement during a chemical reaction. Atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to another. Dalton's atomic theory successfully explained the laws of chemical reactions, namely the law of conservation of mass, law of constant properties, law of multiple proportions, and law of reciprocal proportions. And the merits and these are the merits of the Dalton's atomic theory, and the demerits of the Dalton's atomic theory as follows, my dear friends. The theory was unable to explain the existence of isotopes. Nothing but the structure of atom appropriately explained. Later, the scientists discovered particles inside the atom that prove the atoms are divisible. These are the important Dalton's atomic theory, merits and demerits, my dear friends. Thank you for listening. Like, share and subscribe. The forthcoming classes are further discuss about scientists and their contributions towards the science and technology, which are very helpful for SSLC, PUC, degree and other competitive examinations held by government of state government, government of Karnataka and government of India, UPSC examinations and others. Okay, these are the important things. A School of Arts and Science, a mission with a vision. BSM Academy gives you the information. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe our